Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. Today we're going to go ahead and get into a reading for the month of April. I'm recording this on April 11th, so it's essentially like a mid-month energy reading, but I want you to please only take the messages that resonate with you. How we will begin the reading is with 2 urgent spirit messages that you need to receive, and then we will get into the rest of the spread for the month. So let's go ahead and get started, my loves, and see what energy spirit wants you to be aware of at this very moment. Okay, so the first 2 urgent messages that we have here is, one of them is the 7 of Cups, which indicates this level of potential confusion that some of you guys might be experiencing at this time. The 7 of Cups, though, is a card that really shows you that there is so many possibilities. So even though we might feel confused, overwhelmed about the next step, this is a card that shows you you have options. You have things to choose from. You don't have to settle for less. Okay, the other urgent spirit message that you have here is this 9 of Pentacles, which means that you will be obtaining success, independence, it says, very soon. So the 9 of Pentacles is a card that shows monetary gain. So this can be essentially money coming your way. But for others, this is an energy that makes you feel more independent, that makes you feel more self-sufficient, that makes you feel like you can take care of yourself. So those are your 2 urgent spirit messages for the month. Now for the situation here, you have the Empress, which still, this energy of progression is absolutely showing up in the reading. This is all about nurturing yourself, tapping into your creative energy. For some of you guys, I feel like you need to slow down. You need to have a more romanticized routine. So definitely like take your time with, I don't know, like getting ready or making your cup of coffee in the morning. This is about establishing just like this softness and this beautiful energy to your life, because this is where the virtue, the creativity, the progress, the fertility comes from. So Spirit really wants you to tap into this energy, okay? And then what we have here as the block is the Star. So some of you guys are drained, right? The Star shows usually regeneration. It shows that, you know, you are pouring into yourself. However, when it's blocked, this is your blockage, it shows that you are not prioritizing your self-care, your self-regeneration. You're not prioritizing your internal world, which is so easy for us to ignore because it's not tangible, right? We can push ourselves to do all of the 3D things, but it's so easy to ignore the behind the scenes work. And Spirit is saying this is something that you need to reevaluate, okay? We have here as why is this happening? That is showing up here as the 6 of Pentacles. The reason why you might feel this energy of, okay, so how do I fix this? How do I go from here? Why am I feeling so drained? Is because there is a need for balance, right? 6 of Pentacles is introducing the theme of balancing out your pentacles, receiving the help and the nourishment that you need. So sometimes we're the ones who have to help ourselves, right? At times it could be an individual person coming through. So for some of you guys, this could be like a bonus money. This could be like a promotion at work. This could be like a second side hustle, whatever it is, right? This is still all about establishing a strong balance that needs to be long-term in your life, okay? And in the near future here, you have this 5 of Pentacles. So this is where things kind of feel a little bit, you are in the lack, okay? So it feels like maybe you're not receiving certain things that you want, or maybe there's a delay, or there's some sort of hardship that's showing up in the near future, and we will clarify as we go, all right? Then we have here in the outcome is the 9 of Swords. So your mind right now is potentially feeling more overwhelmed, and I can see that, right? Because if you don't take the steps to nurture yourself, then you're going to feel this energy of feeling overwhelmed, okay? So let's go ahead and get into clarifying your messages. So 5 of Pentacles, first and foremost, this is the energy of the near future. Why is that here? 5 of Pentacles. What do we have? Spirit of the highest light. So 5 of Pentacles is clarified with the Justice. So when you least suspect it, okay, there's going to be a favorable outcome your way, okay? This is also another theme of balance here in your reading. So this is a rectifying energy. The Justice is cause and effect. It's showing up upright. This is you finding some sort of resolution to whatever delay, whatever setback you are experiencing, okay? And then we have here, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. There's a big change coming your way, All right. So this big change is going to head you in a better direction. Also, you can see that there's quite a bit of major arcanas in your reading. Okay. So this is an energy that you have to be very aware of, that could be taking place in, different parts of your life, different aspects of your life. But there is a change. So the worry that some of you guys, you currently could be experiencing right now, but let's say if there is a setup in the future and you feel like you are losing something or you have lost something, it says here that the justice will rectify and it will create a positive change. Okay, let me get one more card for that. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. So you go from a 5 of Pentacles to a 10 of Pentacles. This is like solid energy of moving in the right direction. Okay, so what do we have here for this 9 of Swords? 9 of Swords. Okay, so 9 of Swords, we have here the 7 of Swords, okay? 7 of Swords can indicate, I got 2 really strong downloads when I heard the card. And the first one is, needing to strategize towards something different, and then also finding out things behind the scenes, okay? So there could be something that's being revealed to you, okay? And that could be why the 7 of Cups is showing up there with the confusion, okay? Because there could be information that's coming through that might catch you off guard, but it also allows you to see where exactly you stand. And yeah, it can come with some anxiety, but it doesn't stop there, okay? And then you have here the 4 of Pentacles, which is this energy of preserving, stability, safety, focusing on the things that make you feel safe, okay? And then you have here the 3 of Wands, which shows expansion, all right? So I feel like the 9 of Swords, yeah, mentally, when you find out, if you find out something that, doesn't really rub you the right way, you will experience some sort of mental anguish. But there's this energy of, well, now you know where you're at, okay? So you can re-strategize, so you can move forward and protect yourself, right? And you are able to expand because now you're getting rid of this parasitic energy, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get a little bit on this Empress energy. Empress, what do we have for the Empress? Please and thank you. Yeah, the Hierophant. So this is about leading with your moral compass. I feel like the Hierophant too asks you to honor every part of yourself, meaning the physical, the spiritual, and the mental, right? Your heart space, right? So like I just said with the Empress and the star showing up there as the crossing energy, it could be so easy to ignore our heart space, our passions, right? It could be so easy to ignore the things that, bother us in our internal world. So the Hierophant is actually asking you to honor those things as equally as they are, okay? So you're able to move forward in full alignment, okay? So the reading, it does show this energy of you kind of coming back to yourself. That's why that 9 of Pentacles shows that independent success. For some of you guys, this can be financial. It does come with a delay and potential, mentally feeling a little bit thrown off, but the results are going to be worth the battle, okay? So with that being said, please let me know if this reading resonated with you. And if it did, drop me a comment down below, like and subscribe if you do want to support my channel, and I will see you guys on the next reading. Bye.